15-12 to go in the first half.
Grace Parsons into the ball game. Randy Onwasar getting a little treatment on his right knee from trainer Ricky Mendini.
15:06 to go, first half. Here's McGee off the pick. Drives down. Musoko gets the pass and travels before he could get the layup. He moved both feet at the same time without putting the ball on the floor. It's out of bounds.
Yep, they don't let you do that, Art.
They don't. Eastern Washington has it. Still 7-6 Southern Utah. On the left side, Bliznick. Bliznick down in the corner to Von Hoff. Von Hoff loves to shoot from that corner. Now they whip it all the way around the other side. Gibson entry pass to Wiley. Inside to Washington. Missed it. Musoko got the rebound. And Southern Utah has the ball. Marshall to the free throw line. Out on top. A shot is made by Jacob Calloway for three, and it's 10-6.
Jacob picking up where he's left off the last handful of ball games. Boy, he has really been playing well.
Bounce pass to Bliznick. Against the zone. Goes through the middle. Right side to Washington. Over in the corner to Gibson. The ball knocked away off of Eastern to Southern Utah. So a turnover by the Eagles. And they have had another one earlier, so they've got two, and now three in the game. The Thunderbirds have one. Musoko's traveling violation a minute ago. Here's Marshall. Marshall to the top of the key. He hands it off. Driving. Right down to the baseline was Calloway. Back up to Marshall. 14 minutes left in the first half. Southern Utah leading 10-6. Marshall on a drive, a whistle, and a foul call.
Going to be whistled for the block.
That's one on Musoko. Team foul number 3 on Southern Utah. So now Eastern Washington gets the ball again here at the Centrum. Benzel comes in, a sophomore. One varsity letter at Eastern Washington. He's from Spokane, 6'4", 175. Washington over to Bliznick. Bliznick back to Washington. Pump fake. There's Bliznick against the zone, trying to penetrate inside. Lost it. Picked up by Southern Utah, and it is McGee up the right side to Parsons. Parsons will shoot from out there off the front rim. Right side, Von Hoff with the rebound. And he gets it across out there to Bogdan Bliznick. Bliznick, now Washington. Washington in the low post to Wiley. They let him down there pretty far, but he didn't shoot. Out to Von Hoff for three, and it's 10-9.
Well, he's married to that spot in three-point range. They know if they go into Wiley, there's going to be a collapse of defense, and he's just setting up there, staying in that spot.
10-9, 1 point. That's exactly how Bliznick and Wiley helped Von Hoff in this lineup. Marshall with a backdoor layup is good. Marshall got the assist. Got the assist from another Thunderbird, and with a backdoor layup, T-Birds lead 12-9. Bliznick throws it over to Washington, just behind the three-point line. Bounce pass to the right on the double team. Again, Washington, left-hand shot, no good. Rebound comes out to McGee. McGee has the ball, goes to the top of the key, shoots a three, and hits it. So James McGee has 5 points, and the Thunderbird lead is 6, 15-9 over Eastern Washington. 12-13 in the first half. Here's Sir Washington, nearly walked with it, got the ball on the ground just in time. Pass over to Washington. He penetrates, leans, back out on top. Now to the corner, and the shot is missed. Rebounded by Bliznick and put back up and in. So it's 15-11, T-Birds by 4. So a good follow-up, a good offensive rebound for Eastern Washington. And that cuts the 6-point lead to 4. And there's the shot rimming around, no good by Jacob Calloway. And Eastern Washington all alone there to get the rebound. So they trail by 4, have the ball in forecourt. In their half-court offense now. The double team across the top on Washington. Bliznick trying to dribble against Marshall. Down inside, Wiley, right-hand bank is good. So Jacob Wiley scores his first basket with 11:19 remaining in the first half. And it's 15-13, Southern Utah by 2. Marshall with the ball, way out on top. They're giving him room out there, left side to McGee. He'll shoot against Washington and hits a three again. So James McGee with 8, and the Thunderbird lead is 5, 18-13.
Yeah, perfect shooting from the floor. A couple of three-pointers and one inside the arc.
3 assists for Marshall in the game. Left side, Von Hoff passes down inside to Wiley. Wiley against Musoko, goes around him and lays it up and in. Nice move to the basket by Jacob Wiley, the senior. 18-15, Southern Utah by 3.
SUU shooting 53, almost 54%. Eastern is 38.5%.
Marshall with the ball. Goes to McGee. McGee against Washington off the Musoko pick. Shoots a 3. Rims around and out and taken down by Eastern Washington. Bliznick with the rebound. And he brings the ball up to Washington in forecourt. Bliznick has 3 rebounds in the ball game. And there's the shot from the corner by Benzel.
Race dropped back in for some jump help and just couldn't get out there to challenge the shot quickly enough.
Inside of 10 minutes now. On the left side, McGee again. McGee, so far from 3, is 2 for 4, I think. There's a jumper by Marshall, short. And the ball comes down into the arms of Benzel, who gets the rebound for Eastern Washington. We're all tied at 18. 9:37 in the first half. High post pass, Bliznick. Bliznick is 6'6" there. He gets it in the corner. Gets the lob from Washington. He's double teamed, dropped it, got it back. Leans inside, and it's going to be a block on Southern Utah.
Boy, really led hard shooting, much better here recently. Both teams are shooting 46.7%, 7 of 15 from the floor.
Out on top, Bliznick hands it off to Washington. Washington went right, now he comes left. Joyce back in the game, high post pass. Madunic also back on the right side with the pass. Benzel into Bogdan Bliznick against Parsons, and the ball put up and in, a foul called. Basket goes in and a free throw coming, and it's 20-18 for Eastern Washington as they gain the lead back. Bliznick has 4 points and a free throw coming now. 20-18 Eastern leading, 9:02 remaining in the first half. Bliznick from Ukraine, his free throw missed, and Madunic has the rebound. Haven't been a lot of free throw shot yet in this first half. Just 3, 2 by the Thunderbirds, 1 by Eastern Washington. And 2 of them have been missed. Here's Onwazer, drives down the right side, puts it off the glass, it rolls out, and the foul is going to be called down there on, it's on Washington, his first. Washington, Chris, might have some fans in the stands from Clark High School in Las Vegas tonight. A little closer than Eastern Washington.
And maybe for some former high school competitors on the floor.
Might be. Free throw good by Onwazer. So his first free throw goes in. He's got 3 points. 8 points for McGee, leads the Thunderbirds. And it's 20-19, Eastern by 1. Onwazer ties it. Onwazer has 4 points. Out of the backcourt. Washington brings it up. Gets the ball back to him from Jesse Hunt, who's in the game. Now on the right side, Washington. Lob across, Bliznick. Bliznick double teamed, gives it to Gibson. He fires a 3 and hits it. So Ty Gibson, who started the game back in, takes a 3. I think that's his first 3 attempted. No, he had one other. And he made that one. It's 23-20. Eastern Washington by 3. The give and go into the middle. Onwazer got the ball, but he was fouled on the drive. It'll go out of bounds on the baseline for Southern Utah. Team foul number 3, so both sides have 3 fouls. Now 8:10 remaining in the first half. 23-20. Shot taken and made, a 3 by Madunic. So we're tied at 23. And the Thunderbirds with that 3-point basket, they're now 4 for 9 outside the arc. Washington to the corner. The shot put up, no good, short. Rebound taken by Joyce, and he gets it out to Onwazer. Down the floor to McGee for 3. Off the back iron, no good. Parsons rebounds. Onwazer hits a 3 on the rebound. So the Thunderbirds got another chance, and Onwazer has 7, and the T-Bird lead is 3, 26-23. The 5th three of the game for Southern Utah. Washington over to Bliznick. Bliznick back to Washington. He's double teamed, now triple teamed with Joyce. Washington into the corner to Gibson. Gibson passes in the middle, bounce pass off to Washington. He hits the side of the basket, and Madunic is there for the rebound. Gives it off to Onwazer. 3 boards for Madunic. Out to Randy on top on the point. 7 minutes left in the first half. 26-23 Southern Utah. Onwazer to the left, off to Madunic. He starts to drive, and he got held there a little bit. That's on Jesse Hunt, his first foul.
Well, they know to come out and challenge Yvonne on that shot, his reputation.
And they left Jesse Hunt on the court, who did not play, maybe only briefly at Idaho State, in that Idaho State game Saturday, that Eastern Washington. They've won 4 in a row coming into this game. Here's Onwazer, left side. That is Callaway in there for Southern Utah. He dribbles away to the point, drives to the free throw line, backs up, hands it off, gives it out to Marshall. Down in the left corner to Madunic. Shot partially deflected. Gibson with the rebound. And it's 11 to 11 now on the boards. Both teams with 11 rebounds. Washington has it in forecourt. Off to Wiley. Wiley to Von Hoff. Down to Bliznick, guarded by Parsons and helped out by Marshall. The ball went down low. They get it back out to Gibson. Again to Bliznick against Parsons. Turns into the lane, out to Von Hoff. Too hard, no good. Parsons with the rebound for Southern Utah. So Parsons gets it, and the T-Birds have a 3-point lead and the ball. Here's Onwazer outside. Onwazer with it. Still has it. Goes back now to Madunic. He hands it off to Parsons. Parsons drives the lane. Lays it off too hard, no good. Rebound pulled down by Bliznick there, and Eastern Washington has the ball. Now they dribble out on top. That is Washington. Down in the left corner, Von Hoff. Guarded in the corner there by Callaway. Madunic underneath on Wiley. Wiley loses it, but that was picked up out on top. There's the double team to Wiley. The ball back inside, up on top with 2 on the shot clock.
Gosh.
And Gibson hits a 3.
After playing that tough a defense, you give up a 3 like that, it's awfully tough to swallow.
Pretty disheartening. It's 26-26 now. Thunderbirds had chances to get the ball, but Eastern Washington got the rebound at least twice on misses and then hit a 3 with 3 on the shot clock. The drive, the shot, too much over the basket. Onwazer missed it. Bliznick gets it on the other side. He comes down the baseline. We've got a foul called out on the floor on a drive. It's on Callaway. Number 1 on Callaway. Both teams now with 4 fouls, team fouls in the game. Southern Utah in a 26-26 tie. And now 4:45, so we're inside 5 minutes in the first half. Out in the corner, Von Hoff takes the pass and shoots it and scores. So Von Hoff with his 3rd 3. Von Hoff is now 3 for 5 from out there. In 11 minutes, he has 9 points, and Southern Utah trails by 3. 29-26. Jumper, Callaway, too high off the back iron, no good. And the rebound taken down by Gibson. So Gibson was there for another board. Here's Washington way outside near quarter court. Marshall on him, man defense now by the Thunderbirds. So they had gone to that zone, now they're back to man, down to the corner to Washington, inside Wiley. Wiley has it knocked loose. The ball comes out on the left side, underneath to Washington, and he scores underneath. So Sir Washington with 5, and it's 31-26. So now it's 8 points in a row for Eastern Washington. Onwazer hits a 3, and it's 31-29.
Boy, the Thunderbirds needed that basket. Too many trips down the floor empty-handed.
Onwazer with 10 points, 3 of 5 from the field, and 2 of 2 from 3. There's Bliznick, and he hits a 3 in front of Madunic. So Bogdan Bliznick, and it's 34-29. There again is Onwazer for 3, and he hits it. So he created space against the defender and then backed up and knocked it down, and it's 34-32. Eastern by 2 points. 3:08 to go in the first half. Bliznick right at the top of the circle, right of the paint. Well knocked away by Marshall, but he didn't get it. And down inside, Wiley scores a layup.
So once again, the Thunderbirds knocked the ball away, but Johnny on the spot and an easy bucket.
Madunic for three, he hits it. So Madunic was waiting there. Marshall got him the ball. Give Marshall an assist, and it's 36-35, a one-point game. Now 2:42 to go in the first half. So it's a one-point ball game. Sir Washington has it. Marshall on him. They switch. McGee guards him down inside now. Wiley dumps it up on top to Washington. Outside right. And inside to Wiley, and he just softly puts it up over the top.
Boy.
He has 8 points now. Nice touch.
Yep, they've just been able to convert each time down the floor for the last 6 times down the floor.
38-35, a 3-point lead for Eastern Washington. Onwazer's going to take it to the basket and bank it in. So Onwazer gets another basket. 14, 15 points for him now, or let's see what they have on the board.
Southern Utah got to be able to come up with some stops here as well. They can't match this team basket for basket.
38-37 with a minute 47. Wiley dumps it outside to Gibson. He missed it. Rebound Marshall. T-Birds have the ball with a minute 37 in the half. Down one. Marshall to the basket. Banks it off too hard. He got fouled. So John Marshall will go to the line to shoot two here late in the first half. 1:34 on the scoreboard clock. And for Eastern Washington. And these two teams battling hard. 10-8 in the paint in favor of Eastern Washington. Marshall hits the first free throw, and that ties the score at 38. Second one for John Marshall, who has a pair of rebounds, but 4 assists and 1 steal in 14 minutes, and he hits the second one. So Marshall has 4, and the T-Birds lead is 39-38 with a minute 32 remaining in the first half after Marshall made both free throws. Bliznick over to Washington against the zone here. Back to Bliznick. Over to Washington. He'll drive into the paint. Takes it down inside. Banks it off and in. Good shot there by Washington. 7 points for him. And it's 40-39 Eastern Washington by 1. Now a foul called on the pick out on top. But it's on Eastern Washington trying to fight through it. It's on Sir Washington. 2 on Washington now. 2 varsity letters for Eastern Washington. Sir Washington plays about 25 minutes a game, and he is one of the starting guards for this team. 40-39, a 1-point lead for SUU. Marshall with the ball. Gets it back to McGee. McGee hands it to Musoko. He'll get it off to Parsons, and they call a foul on Southern Utah with 56 seconds. Masuko, that's his second personal foul. That was an illegal pick, and the ball goes over to Eastern Washington with 56 seconds. Thunderbirds trailing now 40-39. Eastern by 1. That was Washington who had that last basket. Gibson almost threw it over the head of Bliznick. Into the corner, down inside to Wiley. Out to Von Hoff. He steps left, shoots, and he shot on the move that time and hit it. So Von Hoff with a 3, 12 points for him, and it's 43-39. 57% from the floor for Eastern Washington. And the T-Birds from 3 for 50% there. On Wazer's 5 for 7 and 3 for 3 from 3. Here's McGee bringing the ball up. McGee to the right side. Here in Big Sky action at the Centrum. 21 seconds remaining in the first half. The shot clock is down to 14. There's about a 2.5 second difference. McGee has it. Gibson guarding him. Now they bring the ball to the high post. The pass on the right side. And here's a jump shot by Southern Utah's Callaway. Callaway scores it, and the T-Birds come up with a knock the ball away, and that's going to be the end of the first half. Let's see if they let it run out or not. It'll be Gibson, Washington, Wiley, Bliznick, and Von Hoff for Eastern Washington. Now Washington over to Bliznick. He'll shoot to start the second half. missed it. Wiley got a rebound out to Washington. Now up on top to Von Hoff. Spins out no good, and Medunich has the rebound. 4 of them for Medunich now for Southern Utah. And it's 43-41 with 19:34 to go in the game. Marshall to McGee. McGee guarded man-to-man there, up on top to Medunich. Hands it off to McGee. McGee on the right side to Marshall, and he hits a 3. John Marshall has 7 points, and the T-Birds lead is 1. 44-43.
Yeah, so far so good coming out from the half. Let's see if the T-Birds can keep it up.
44-43. Marshall guarding Von Hoff in the corner. Down to Wiley. Wiley didn't get it to Bliznick. Inside to Wiley, off the glass and in. Nice move. He went one way, then came back the other way.
How do you defend it?
There was no way for Medunich that time. It's 45-44 on Wazzer. Back up to Marshall. Up to Joyce. Hands it off to McGee. McGee backs away. He has some space. Shoots. No good. Rebound Joyce. Puts it up and it's blocked out into the corner. T-Bird ball. But Joyce got a good rebound in there for the Thunderbirds.
Yeah, Thunderbirds will get another look.
So Joyce coming up with that rebound. It'll mean McGee will pass it in with 28 on the shot clock now. And there's a drive to the basket. Off to Will Joyce. Shot blocked away. Onwazor had the rebound and he got fouled underneath. So Onwazor goes to the line to shoot. The foul on Eastern Washington. So Eastern Washington picks up the foul, and that foul is on Bliznick. And here is Onwazor. He puts it in. So Randy Onwazor has 16. The T-Birds have tied it at 45 apiece. 18-20. Now the official clears the players back a little bit there, and Onwazor's second shot hangs off, no good. Wiley gets the rebound. 4 boards for Wiley. Bliznick brings it up. 45 all. Lobs across the defense to Washington. Washington out in front. Bliznick gets the bounce pass. He takes it down the middle. Runs into a Thunderbird who is called for a foul. Is probably going to be John Marshall.
John Marshall it is.
That's 1 on Marshall in the game. So far for Southern Utah, Day has not been in the game. And neither has Holker or Johnson. Free throw on the way and in for Sir Washington.
Race Parsons a limited appearance.
Parsons, yeah, so far hasn't played that much. Still trying to come back off that knee injury. Washington makes 2, and his team leads Southern Utah 47-45. Onwazor back to Marshall. Marshall up on the point. Exactly 18 minutes left in the ball game. Onwazor off the pick by Medunich. Onwazor fires in and out, went down and pounced out, and Von Hoff got the rebound. So Von Hoff pulled it down. 47-45, Eastern with the ball on a 2-point lead with 17:42 in the game. Inside pass to Bliznick. Down to Wiley. Double teamed. Marshall comes around and steals the ball. And he anticipated that. Here's McGee for 3. Over the basket and out of bounds. And Wiley prevented Medunich from getting to it. So it'll be Eastern Washington's ball. T-Birds had a chance to take the lead there on that 3. But was missed by McGee, who's now 2 of 6 from 3. 3 of 8 overall from the floor. In the corner, kicked by Onwazor out of bounds. And now Coach Hayford is talking to Washington. It'll be on the base, or on the sideline now. The official instructs Marshall to give him a little room. Here's Washington into Bliznick. 17:15 on the scoreboard clock. 47-45. And the ball goes by and off of Southern Utah, so it'll be in for Eastern Washington. Down on the baseline, the pass in. Onwazor stole it. So Randy has the ball. He'll bring it up.
Just good anticipation on the part of Randy there.
Off the pick, a jump shot is away, short and rolls over the top and in. He had a nice roll on it, and he has 18 points. That ties it at 47 with 16:52 to go. Now Wiley off to Bliznick. Back to Washington. In the corner, Von Hoff lost it. It goes out of bounds, and the T-Birds have it.
And as you said, you don't see many of those with this Eastern Washington team. You got to be able to capitalize on it.
7 turnovers now for Eastern Washington in the game. 3 by the Thunderbirds, all of them in the first half. 47 all. Onwazor has the basketball. He takes it to his right out near quarter court. Dribbling down in the corner now, gets it back from Madunic. Madunic goes back to the right corner. Onwazor to Madunic. Madunic can't get the shot. Onwazor underneath to Joyce. Beautiful pass, and Joyce lays it in on the backdoor side. And it's 49-47. T-Birds taking back the lead. Well, that was a beautiful pass to Joyce. Here's Washington into the lane, left of the lane. Down in the corner, Von Hoff. Knocked away from him. He gets it back. Pass into Wiley against Madunic. Knocked away, picked up by Joyce. And it goes to Southern Utah.
I think they're actually going to call a foul on Eastern there.
Yeah, a blocking foul as he came over the top. And here at the Centrum, the Thunderbirds have the ball with a 2-point lead, trying to put a little space between themselves and Eastern Washington. Onwazor guarded there by Gibson. He's going to drive into the lane. Onwazor turns, spins, he got fouled. And the foul on Gibson, the sophomore. That's number 1 on Ty Gibson, by the way. So at the it'll be on the baseline for the Thunderbirds now. That's just 2 fouls. 1 on the Thunderbirds with 15:42 to go in the game. Inside to Joyce, over the top, spins out. Madunic gets the rebound and brings it back out on top. So a new 30-second shot clock for Southern Utah. Onwazor to his right. Randy with the ball, back up on top, gets it back. Drives on Bogdan Bliznick, and he picks up his second foul. We'll check that and make sure it's 2. I think it is. He has 7 points in the game. And 2 fouls. So it'll be baseline again out of bounds for SUU. McGee will play it in. T-Birds lead 49-47 with 15:24 left in the game. Here is McGee. McGee into Joyce. Joyce back up on top to Marshall. Off the pick, Marshall to his left. He didn't want to go down in there, did he? He came back out on top.
He decided against it.
Up on top on Onwazor. Off the pick by Madunic. He fires it up and over the top. Rebound taken down by Gibson.
Yeah, just great defense on that play.
Southern Utah now on defense, leading by 2. Here's the entry pass inside to Wiley. He goes left side to Von Hoff against Joyce. Back up Bliznick. In the corner, Von Hoff throws it cross court. And here's a jumper along the baseline. Over the basket, missed. Joyce rebounds. Joyce handed it off, and McGee has it now. McGee to his left. He'll shoot a 3, and he puts it in. Wow. McGee. 11 for McGee, and he's hit 3 threes. T-Birds lead by 5. Slowly back up the floor. Now to Gibson with the pass over the top of Joyce. Gibson shoots and hits a 3.
They just left him wide open, and he punished him for it.
His 3rd 3 of the game. He had 2.
Nobody challenged.
He had 2 threes in the first half. He's 3 of 5 from 3. 52-50. Southern Utah by 2. Onwazor with the ball. Off the pick by Joyce. Into the lane, puts it up and in. Randy Onwazor.
He's a scorer.
He's got 20 points. And the Thunderbirds lead 54-50. Outside, in the corner, Von Hoff against Marshall. Baseline to Wiley. And Madunic fouls him. A block on Ivan Madunic. His first foul. He's got 6 points in the game. 2 threes for the Thunderbirds. T-Birds have made 10 threes in the game, and so has Eastern Washington, and they're both 10 for 20 from 3.
Yeah. A shooting clinic going on tonight here so far.
T-Birds lead by 4, 54-50 after that basket by on Wazzer. And now Eastern Washington will get the ball out of bounds. The official over talking to the scorer with the 13:45 on the clock, 30 on the shot clock. And they wanted to make sure it goes inbounds on the left side. Bliznick against Musoko, and he gets fouled. Musoko commits the foul, and Bliznick will go to the line, but Musoko picks up his third.
Christian just struggling tonight. 2 offensive fouls on illegal blocks, and now on the defensive end, just having a hard time.
And the free throw is made by Bogdan Bliznick. He's now 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Bliznick's second shot is good. He rattled it in. He has 8 points, and it's a 2-point T-Bird lead, 54-52. On Wazzer brings it up to the right side, quarter court. Now he gets the ball over to Callaway. Callaway down to Musoko. Musoko through to Marshall. Marshall back to Musoko, puts it up, no good. Rebounded by Callaway, and the foul is going to be called on Cody Benzel under the basket for Eastern Washington. That surprised Benzel, I think.
Yeah, you didn't expect Jacob sneaking in there from behind, and the ball kind of bounded off to the side, not coming off the basket the way you'd normally expect a rebound to come off. So
Marshall will play it inbounds. He gets it in to Callaway. Callaway on Von Hoff. Drives in, puts the shot up, no good. Little contact there, but the rebound by Wiley. So Wiley with a board for Eastern Washington now. He has 6 of them. And a foul at the other end on Southern Utah with the score tied on a drive inside. Number 2 on, it's going to be on Marshall, I think.
Oh, what an aggressive move there by Bliznick. John Marshall just backpedaling the whole way. Now he's putting his arm around the referee saying, well, what do I got to do to draw one?
So Bliznick hits the free throw to make it a 1-point game. 13:05 remaining, it's 54-53. And a line drive free throw, Bliznick puts it in. He's now made 4 of his last 5 free throws. And the game is tied at 54. Back to Marshall. Marshall faked the shot, got it back out to Wazzer. Hands it out to Marshall, comes across the pick. Now gets it down underneath the baseline. Underneath to, now to Callaway for 3, short. Rebound taken down by Bliznick. So Bliznick got the rebound for Eastern Washington. And that's his 6th rebound of the game. 54 all, off the top of the pick, down to the free throw line, down the lane. Drives too hard, missed it. Wiley got it and put it up and in.
Circus shot, and he made it look easy.
That was some great body work there. He got the rebound and he put it up and in. Callaway to Marshall, 2-point lead for Eastern Washington, 56-54, 12-11 to go in the game. Marshall has it. Marshall to his left. Now the ball comes back up to McGee. McGee down to Musoko, and it's off out of bounds, off of Randy on Wazzer.
Yeah, it's a good call.
Wazzer didn't expect Musoko to pass it back out there. And really what Musoko needed to do was just put the ball up off the glass.
Yeah, that close to the basket, just put her up.
12 minutes remaining in the game, 56-54, Eastern by 2. T-Birds 5-24, 3-13 in the league. 20-9 for Eastern Washington. Across the top to the free throw line. Down the lane, Bliznick hits it up and in.
And Bliznick has decided if I got John Marshall or James McGee on me, I'm just going hard to the hoop, just pushing right through.
No good on the 3, rebounded by Marshall. Outside missed by McGee, and the rebound taken by Holker. And the foul is going to be on Eastern Washington. The foul was on Gibson.
Ty Gibson.
Thunderbirds are 0 for 5 at the field. And they're now shooting 43 for the game. Still 56 for Eastern Washington. Callaway with the ball. Hands it off to McGee. McGee with it. Outside. He goes to his right. McGee looking for a shot. Takes the three. Over the top, no good. And Bliznick with a big rebound, his 7th. And Eastern has the ball with a 4-point lead on Wazzer guarding Bliznick. Now the bounce pass back up to Wiley. Down to 17 on the shot. Wiley way outside, uncharacteristically, and he takes it inside. Can't get much further than the top of the key. Down to Gibson. Gibson into the paint. Outside, Von Hoff, and he hits a 3 right in front of their bench.
That's his spot.
That's his 5th of the game. Now it's a 7-point lead, and the T-Birds need to get some scoring going. Now it's an 11-0 run. T-Birds led 54-50. Now inside, putting a shot up, no good, and a foul call inside on Von Hoff. That's on Wiley, his 2nd. And Wiley is saying, what have I got to do here to not to draw a foul on Wazzer when I looked like I had a block. On Wazzer puts it in. That cuts it to
there have been a couple
6.
of Thunderbirds that have wondered the same thing on the other end, haven't they?
They have. Now the 2nd one for on Wazzer. 21 points for Randy at this point. The Thunderbirds trying to cut it to 5 here with 10:26 left to go in the game. Free throw good. So on Wazzer puts it in. Now Parsons is going to go in for on Wazzer. So a 5-point lead when he comes out. 10:25 remaining.
Talk Radio 59.
61-56. Bringing the ball up the left side. Bliznick inches his way to the 3-point line over to Gibson. Gibson back on the left wing. Over to him, and Gibson's going to shoot another one. Off the side, no good. And it's going to go out of bounds before Von Hoff can get to it. T-Bird ball down 5, so they get a defensive stop on a missed shot. And then no one can get to the ball in the corner as it came off long there. And now it is Joyce getting the ball in for Marshall. Joyce tonight has played 15 minutes. Now on the right side, hands it off to McGee. Here's Marshall. Marshall drives it, takes it back outside. Madunic will hand it off to McGee. 9:46 left in this ball game. McGee drives the baseline, takes it back out to Madunic, who shoots a 3. It spins around and off, and the rebound taken by Wiley. 8 rebounds for Wiley now in the game for Eastern Washington. In 26 minutes, he scored 12 points. And it's 61-56 Eastern. Bliznick into the paint. Back outside. Von Hoff from deep. Spins out, no good. Rebound Parsons. T-Bird ball. Parsons brings it up. He trails everyone. He drives right. Takes it to the baseline up to Joyce. Joyce gets it out on top. Now in the corner. Parsons hits a 3.
Wow.
Big shot by Ray Parsons.
With some ball movement this time around.
That was good, and now it's 61-59. So Parsons 3 cuts it to 2. 8:48 to play in the game. Bliznick, left side, lobs it over the top. Over to Benzel. Now Benzel on the right side. Von Hoff is in the left corner, driving and putting it up and in.
He's just good.
Bliznick.
Just good.
He took advantage of that. He saw that open step, and he went right to the basket.
Yeah, he's got the length to be able to match up with just about anybody on the floor as well.
63-59, a 4-point lead for Eastern Washington. 8:19 to go in the game. Here's the handoff, Madunic. Off to Southern Utah as McGee takes it to the basket. Shot blocked and is taken out of there by Von Hoff on the run. He passes it cross court, left side, no good. And a rebound foul on the missed shot inside. And that'll put Southern Utah a foul on Madunic, I think.
believe, yeah.
And it'll be Von Hoff at the free throw line. No, he's going out. It will be Mason Peatling, who didn't play in the first half, up there to shoot. Not a shooting foul. Okay, it'll be out on the baseline. 5 team fouls on Southern Utah. The pass comes down inside. Madunic didn't think he touched it. It went out of bounds off of Southern Utah. Bliznick was there. Now it'll be Wiley to pass it in. 8:01 to go in the game. 63-59, 4-point ball game. Here's the lob out long. Bliznick. No, Gibson got it. Bliznick on the left side on the wing. He'll dribble. On Wazer's back in there. Was out for about 2 minutes, 2.5 maybe. Now Bliznick drives to the basket, and he puts it up and in, and he's fouled. Madunic with the foul. That's his third. And we've got a timeout. Very nice drives to the basket. Very difficult to guard against, and the fouls went on Southern Utah. 3 on Madunic now. Free throw is in and out. Oh, it went back in, so he made it. Put a good spin on it and got it. So Bliznick puts it in, and it's a 7-point lead. That equals the largest lead of the game for Eastern Washington, 66-59. Here is a long bomb on Wazer, no good. Rebound pulled down in front by Wiley, who has 10. He's got a double-double tonight. He's had a number of them this year. His best one was 45 points and 17 rebounds against Portland State. Now it's 66-59. Eastern with the ball, knocked away, and it goes out of bounds to Southern Utah, and Wazer with a steal against Bogdan Bliznick. So Joyce will play it in. With 7:16 left to go, the T-Birds need to score here. They're 5 of their last 7, Eastern Washington is. Southern Utah, 1 of their last 10. And they trail by 7. Into the lane on Wazer, no good. Rebound, Joyce, he scores.
There he is again, Mr. Hustle.
6 rebounds for Joyce. 7 points for him, and it's 66-61. T-Birds cut it to 5 with 6:52 to go. Up high with the ball. Now to the left side. The shot is away, in and out, no good. And a rebound foul underneath is going to be called on Southern Utah. They had 2 players there and still didn't get the rebound. The rebounds are 25-24 at that last break when the T-Birds trailed 65-59 at 66-61 right now. And Wiley, an 82.7% free throw shooter, is up there for the first time tonight. And his team leading by 5. They have made 7 of 8 free throws for 87.5%. All of you mathematicians out there know that, right? 7 out of 8.
That's it.
Second shot, our first shot is good. So Wiley, who is a senior transfer from Lewis Clark State, he's from Newport, Washington. And he is leading the Big Sky in conference games, scoring 26.3. I think he's 3rd in overall games. The free throw is good. He made them both. So now they are 8 of 9. And they lead 68-61 with 6:38 to go. Here's Marshall. Marshall with the ball. To the left side to Onwazer. Onwazer guarded by Gibson. Takes it back out. Callaway for 3. Off the short rim, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Eastern Washington's Bliznick. Or by Gibson, who actually got the rebound. And then Bliznick takes it to the basket, and he lays it up and in.
Yeah.
Another nice drive, and he has taken over the game. 70-61, Bliznick, who we talked about being such an outstanding athlete.
He's terrific. Just dominating
and it's
right now.
70-61, and he got that one on a nice drive to the basket. And it's a 9-point lead. He can make it 10. Bliznick hits the free throw. So it's 71-61. Eastern by 10 with 6:10 to play in the game. Marshall brings it to the basket, to the right side, all the way to the baseline, passes back up on top, and he stepped out of bounds, and a turnover by Southern Utah, who had only 3 at halftime. They now have 5 total in the game. So it's not the turnovers doing it tonight. Part of it is just Bliznick's ability to get to the basket, and Wiley's rebounding. He's got 10 of them tonight.
Yeah, their ability to just be able to score each time down the floor. You can't make a mistake.
T-Birds
are
are
shots.
2 of their last 13 in the game. Von Hoff hits it. No, he missed it. Rebound, Madunic. He gets it out of there. Bringing the ball up is Southern Utah's Callaway now. Down 10. T-Birds need a bucket here. Callaway is going to take it against Wiley. Into the lane. Shovels it back to Madunic, and his shot is missed. And rebounded by Gibson. One shot only for the Thunderbirds most of this half. And on the rebounding, it's 28-26, so it's actually pretty close. Double team out on top. Down on the left corner, Von Hoff into Wiley. Madunic guarding him. He turns, puts it up, no good. Rebound, Southern Utah. Callaway gets it out of there to Onwazor. Onwazor comes down. T-Birds down 10, 4:54 left. Still lots of time. Onwazor's going to take it to the corner to Marshall. In and out, no good. Rebound down inside by Wiley. 11 of them, and it's 71-61, and they've got the ball.
Southern Utah with 8 offensive rebounds in this game, but none of them have come lately, have they?
They haven't. Now on the left side, the ball pops out of there, and Marshall gets it. Marshall up front to Onwazor. He doesn't get it. Now Marshall gets it. Back to Madunic underneath Onwazor. Out inside, and the jump shot is short. Over the top, missed. And Eastern gets the ball, and the Thunderbirds can't buy a foul down there. And Coach Simon working over the official pretty good after that. And Bliznick came up with the basketball. Bliznick has had quite a game tonight. 21 points on 7 of 10 shooting. And he's got 7 rebounds and 6 assists. Now the bounce pass down low to Wiley. Up and under and in.
Wow.
The Wiley scores it. And it's 73-61.
So this team could just take turns.
And you know, they're still shooting 55% from the floor. The Thunderbirds are down to 38.2 now, 21 of 55. And they haven't been able to buy one. Their last 6 times down the floor, they've only got one. Onwazor to the middle, puts it in. So Onwazor stops the bleeding a little bit, and it's 73-63 now. And it'll be Gibson getting it in the left corner to Wiley. It hits the rim. Joyce puts it up and in.
Nice.
Joyce with his 7th rebound and 9 points, and there's a foul underneath the basket. Let's see what they called. Media timeout, I guess, is what they're for Eastern Washington. They're in second place in the conference, 12-4. Wiley runs the baseline, gets it into Washington. He comes up, Washington down the right side to Gibson. And they want to use the clock, so Gibson, who had a shot, didn't take it. Down to 20 on the shot clock. 3:11 and a foul called. A little bump out on top on McGee, his second.
Sure wasn't much to that.
That wasn't much of a foul, was it? Township Pharmacy and Bullock Drug will pick player of the game for SUU after this one. They're happy to select that player. Here on Talk Radio 590. Bliznick puts it in. So he's been red hot from the free throw line after he missed his first one back in the first half. He's made them all. He's now 8 of 9 from the free throw line. And they are 12 for 13, I think. And it's 74-65. Joyce goes out for Southern Utah. And the free throw's made by Bliznick. But Bliznick has had quite a game. 6 assists, 7 rebounds, 8 of 9 from the line, 7 of 10 from the field, and 23 points. Onwazor to the middle, puts it up and in. Randy Onwazor. The Thunderbirds have only been to the free throw line 10 times.
Stolen away.
The ball stolen and a foul called on Washington. So John Marshall gets a steal, and he's one of the team leaders on the year in steals.
Boy, just anticipated where the pass was going, stepped right in there, took it away.
And the foul was on Sir Washington, his 3rd. He's coming out of the game now. And back in is Cody Benzel, the sophomore from Spokane. John Marshall up there. But the Thunderbirds in the second half have only shot four free throws. 75-67, 75-68. But Marshall had to make that one. That was the front end of a 1-and-1. He has 8 points, 4 in each half now, and it's 75-68. Still nearly 3 minutes left. He hits both of them. So Marshall with 5, he has 9 points, and a whistle and a foul is going to be called on Southern Utah here. A push on an inbounds pass. Gibson got the ball. It'll be interesting to see who they put at the free throw line. Maybe it's going to be Gibson. No, it's Wiley going up there. So Wiley's had 2 free throws. He made both of them. But he's an 83% free throw shooter. And now he's going to shoot 2 because that was number 10 on SUU. And he puts it in. So Wiley scores a point here to make it back to 7, 76-69. After Marshall cut it to 6. Now with 2:55 still on the clock. So I don't know how you do that. No time came off the clock. And there was a foul and a pair of free throws made at both ends. So it's 77-69. Here's Onwazer up the left side. Onwazer out on the wing, fakes right, goes left, along the baseline, puts it up no good. And the rebound comes down to Von Hoff. No, Wiley drives into the lane. He scores. He's fouled by Southern Utah. No, an offensive foul on Wiley. Well, he was a little out of control there, Chris.
He was out of control, and that's what they're punishing him for. James was not in position to draw the offensive foul, but they didn't want to reward an offensive player for being out of control.
There's Onwazer with it. So it's still 77-69. Eastern by 8. Onwazer for 3. Off the back rim, no good. Von Hoff with the rebound, the double team. Pass to the corner, and bringing the ball up, and he elbows Marshall at half court. Marshall runs into him, and they missed that one, but they got Marshall on the comebacker, and that's his 3rd.
Yeah, Blizner just, after the initial exchange, just stopped up, and John Marshall was still looking behind his shoulder at a referee, trying to get the call from the previous contact, and ran right into the back of him.
And he makes it. Blizner, nice soft touch. He has spent the second half at the free throw line. Yeah, he missed his first one. He only had 1 in the first half. And Blizner now puts it in. So it's 79-69, a 10-point lead. Now Coach Simon is trying to get the official to come up here. And now, did he call a technical foul?
He did not call a technical foul. I think
The T-Birds are going to have the ball. That's because Blizner made 2 free throws. 79-69 is the score. Into Randy Onwazer. Onwazer tonight has 26 points for Southern Utah. Off the pick. Takes it left side. Callaway to the basket. Spin move. Tries to put it up, no good, and then there was contact after that, but I think they're going to award Southern Utah with a pair of free throws.
Yeah, Ty Gibson's going to pick up the foul.
And Washington went to the bench.
Jacob Wiley was just making sure he wasn't going to get the and one.
Because he fouled out. We've got him fouled out of the game, so I don't know if we told you that, but he is out. He fouled out.
We missed that, didn't we?
Yeah, I thought he had 4, but they've got 5 on here, and he's out of the game after playing 25 minutes. Callaway's free throw is not good, and the ball goes out of bounds to Southern Utah on the baseline. Blizner and Wiley, who you don't expect to turn it over, did, and the T-Birds down by 9 have the ball.
Yeah, 2 Eagles fighting one another over the ball there.
So a team rebound for
You'd
Southern
rather have
Utah.
that than nobody on your team going for it.
That's for sure. Here is Onwazer. He's into the lane, puts it up, no good, and then the two collide again. And Bliznick's getting the foul. That's his fourth. So that'll put on Wazzer at the free throw line to shoot. He'll shoot 2, and he could cut it to 7. It's 79-70 with exactly 2 minutes remaining in the game. And he hits the free throw. 27 for on Wazzer. 18 tonight for Wiley. And Bliznick has 25. Just behind on Wazzer's 27, 28 now as he makes the second one. 79-72 with 2 minutes to go. The double team, the pass up the right side, comes to Gibson. Gibson out on the left wing. Ty Gibson from Issaquah, Washington. Now backing on the left side. Bliznick guarded by Marshall. Now the double team on him. Gets a bounce pass over to Gibson in the corner. Von Hoff hits a 3. Wow, he is great from that corner, isn't he?
He just loves that corner, and he'll knock it down every time.
He's had 6 tonight. Von Hoff 6 of 11 on 3-point shots. He hasn't shot anything but 3s. Here's on Wazzer for 3 at the other end. And Eastern Washington with the rebound, Bliznick. Bliznick brings it into forecourt. He's fouled by Southern Utah's McGee. But I don't think he's the man you want to foul, but you got to stop the clock.
Yeah.
82-72.
Well, that's why Eastern wants to put the ball in his hands as much as possible.
T-Birds will play at 4 o'clock on Saturday. The unveiling of the new Red Dover Hall of Fame here in the Centrum will be opened at 2:30 on Saturday afternoon. The game at 4, and then the Hall of Fame dinner where 4 recipients will be honored will be at 7 o'clock in the ballroom there on the campus in the Charwan Smith Center. 83-72. Bliznick has just made every free throw he shot this half, and he hits another one. 12 out of 13 in the second half with 8 rebounds, so he doesn't have the double-double yet. Now on the left side, the shot was short, and the rebound, Von Hoff under the basket. It's a 12-point lead,
yeah, Jacob,
57 seconds. Callaway couldn't get it. The ball is thrown down. They lob it off to Bliznick. He's under the basket. He lays it in. What strength he has as he was fouled pretty good.
Body control. Gosh, he's doing it all tonight, Art.
Race Parsons with the foul. Well, he's certainly done it at the free throw line. He missed his first in the first half. He's made all 12 of them in the second half. And he has a total of 29 points. He can make it 30 and 31 here. And his team's ahead by 14. Now 15, so he hit them both. And it's 87-72. 3-point basket made by Callaway. And it's 87-75 as Callaway seconds. And they'll have the ball in bounds. Here's the running the baseline. That was Benzel getting the ball in. The double team on Von Hoff. And on Wazzer, and Parsons knocked it away, but it went out of bounds to Eastern Washington. And now Cody Benzel will play it in. Cotello with 6:35 left. And Northern Arizona's trailing Idaho 70-64. Inbounds to Bliznick, and I don't think you want to foul him, and they do at half court. So Marshall probably is going to get the foul. And he fouls out of the game.
Sacramento State beats North Dakota 57-53. That's the first game to go final. Wow.
That's a good win for Sacramento on the road. So North Dakota will be knocked down a little bit. Free throw, Bliznick is good. So he just has radar wrist tonight, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Just been able to make them all, and Bliznick.
He's been a machine.
8 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 turnovers, but he's played nearly every minute. He's been out there 39 minutes. On Wazzer on the drive towards the basket. Gets it back out to Parsons. Parsons shoots a three straight on. Rebounded by Southern Utah. Johnson had it blocked in the middle there. And now the foul on Von Hoff. They foul Von Hoff, and that was Parsons. After Marshall fouled out with 9 points in the game. So John Marshall, the T-Bird quarterback at the point guard spot, out of the game right now. And he fouled out with 9 points and 3 rebounds tonight. And Von Hoff goes to the line and knocks it down. And they won it at the three-point line and at the free throw line. They have made 23 of 24 free throws. That is amazingly good. 95%. 3 from the corner missed and picked up by Eastern Washington. Now the ball thrown to the half court, and Bliznik will just keep it there. The final score is Eastern Washington 91, Southern Utah 7.